And then if it's like if there's any like sound that makes, like on my end by mistake when you're talking, you can ignore it. What happens is after the conversation and when I'm editing, it will actually edit out all noises from someone that's not talking. So it's kind of cool. So
Okay.
if it happens on your end, don't even worry about it. Like a dog barks or something like that. It's not a big deal. I know you got a bunch of puppies, or one at least, right?
Yep.
All right. Thanks for joining the Future Proof podcast. My name is Alex Meisnick. I'm joined here by Leo Merman. He is a local realtor in the Minneapolis market. He works for EXP. I'm going to send it over to him. He's just going to introduce himself real quick, and we're going to get into a conversation about the market, interest rates, and what's relevant in today's market in Minneapolis. So, Leo, thanks for joining me.
Thanks, Alex, for inviting me. I'm looking forward for your podcast.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. Not going to be, we'll be pretty quick. Just going to kind of talk about what you see, as a listing agent and a buyer's agent. I know that you're, focused on both of those, and you take great care of your clients. Working with you, I've seen kind of the white glove service and kind of the expertise that you bring to your clients. One thing I can mention too is I think the one of the most valuable aspects of it is how much you really fight for your clients and really kind of negotiate for them and really go to bat for them. So I know they appreciate that, and so I appreciate that as a lender.
Yeah, so sorry you had to witness me fighting for my clients. Sometimes it's not pretty picture, but it is what it is. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, at least I'm not there to visually to see it, so I don't have to go through that. But no,
Okay.
it's all good. You're just doing what you need to do for your clients in the end. So you know, recently I think everyone and their mother in the real estate market in all of the United States knows that rates are starting to drop. That's something that's not cyclical. It's going to be a roller coaster of an up and down, but we should see rates continue to go down. What are you seeing in the Minneapolis market recently as this activity is starting to decline?
Okay. And I would say it's very unique situation. I mean, I've been licensed for 10 years. I'm active realtor. I just sold my car and I owned this car for 6 years with 240,000 miles on it. And when I bought it, it was only 15. So I'm on the field, working every day, showing, representing buyers, representing sellers. And this particular situation that we see right now, honestly, I think I've seen it only once, maybe twice at least. We have bunch of qualified buyers. I mean, me personally, right now, I represent probably 7, 8 different families, and they're qualified, very well financially healthy buyers, qualified buyers, qualified from anywhere from $150,000 shopping for a small condo to 1.2 mil shopping single family home in Minnetonka. And I see the same picture between all of them. I mean, very well qualified buyers afraid to pull the trigger. Afraid to pull the trigger because of a higher interest rates. So the entire world is waiting for rates to go down. Is it good practice, tactic or not? Probably not, because you can always refinance, and it's amazing market for buyers, and not so good market for sellers. So what I see with my sellers, many sellers are panicking. They're not used to situation in the market when property in perfect condition, in perfect location, priced well, sometimes below market, sits in the market for a week or even 2 weeks with 1 or 2 showings, or sometimes no showings at all. And when you go to platforms like Zillow or Google or MLS and you monitor activities on your listings, you see thousands and thousands and thousands clicks, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds
Yeah.
people mark them as a favorite and no showings. So something like this I rarely see. But what I see also, every bit of a news that market is coming down, you start seeing some showings.
Okay.
So even 1 or 2 that doesn't make any difference. It doesn't matter. But the property that's set in the market with no showings after those news, uh, you start seeing a little bit of a showings. So this is what I see on the market. Sellers are panicking, buyers are sitting and waiting. They
Okay.
kind of on the fence.
Yeah, now, and it's funny because rates have been high for the last, what, 3 years. So, do you think the reason why the buyers are getting a little bit, not skittish, they're probably just saying, they're probably thinking in their head, okay, we're so close to lower rates, I should just wait until the rates go down and then I'll pull the trigger. Is that the reasons why you think that they're waiting?
I think it's anticipation of
Yeah.
rates going down. Pardon my French. I mean, no one want to be a sucker. No one want to take, buy a house at 7% at 7 or 6.5% interest when 6 months or 3 months from now it will be 6 or 6.25. The funny part, even professionals, even analysts who are doing it for a living, they can't really predict anything these days. I mean, if 5 years ago we could talk and analyze and generate facts, and based on those we could predict the future, financial future for rates. Let's say it's not the case right now. It can go up, it can go down. No one knows.
Yeah.
But buyers are in anticipation, they're just waiting.
I mean, I'm very savvy with watching the market. I mean, that's literally all I do on a daily basis is kind of watch mortgage-backed securities and kind of try to forecast it. I'm obviously tuned into a lot of the big names like Barry Habib and, all those guys who give us, quotes and advice on a daily basis. And the funny part is like, the buyers that are right now, I think they actually are in almost a perfect storm of where rates are starting to come down. You can get, if you're a first-time home buyer, you make underneath the 80% area median income, you can get rates in the fives right now, maybe really close to 6%. And like you just alluded to, you might have some negotiating power with the home that you're trying to buy. Fast forward. Yes, in Minnesota we have a little seasonality in the winter, and the market slows down just because no one wants to move in the winter. But I see it. I think that this winter is going to be probably one of the busiest winters and falls that we've seen in a long time.
Absolutely, I 100% agree, and this is what I'm trying to tell my buyers that it's absolutely ideal time to buy. I'm making deals. Whoever is buying right now, and like I said, I represent buyers like 50-50%. I would say 50% seller, 50% buyers. Whoever is pulling trigger, I'm making like amazing deals. I mean, I can negotiate 20, 30 grand on $300,000 townhomes. I just dropped the price of $70,000 on a cabin that in a park like setting next on the, I mean, right on the river. On one side there is a pond, on another one 70K off the market price. In the spring or winter, we don't know. We can forget about those type of deals. And yes, the buyers will probably get 0.5% better deal on the rates, but can they shave that much of a price? No. And how, even if they're gonna get a lower percent interest, I mean, how many years they will need to break on $70,000 off the, it doesn't adds up. But the current situation is the current situation. Sellers are, it's a buyer's market, and it switched probably like months and a half ago. Months and a half ago, it was 50-50. 50 buyers, 50 sellers, and then it's totally switched. So right now, sellers basically have two options: either they're gonna lower the price, or they're gonna keep the property. There's no other way, unless your property is in. It's very unique. It's on the lake on Minnetonka. It's in Edina somewhere, fully updated, uniquely positioned. Blah blah blah. If it's average home, really two options: either lower the price or keep the property until who knows when.
Yeah. Well, like you alluded to, next spring, like I even said, winter and fall are going to be busy. Next spring is going to be, if rates still to continue to drop, which, we see that forecast that they are, next spring is going to be absolutely crazy. And like you alluded to, it's the most important thing is the rate. You know, a lot of buyer, I think buyers and clients have been trained over the last 3 years to really focus on interest rates because they've been so high, and that's just like one of the main focuses. You know, at the end of the day, like you said, I absolutely hate the term, you know, date the rate, buy the home, date the rate, or whatever. But it does have some, you know, correlation to it. What's the most important thing is, like you said, the $70,000. How long is it going to take for them to pay down that loan, $70K, if they're making their minimum payments on their mortgage? When you start out on a mortgage, that amortization is so much favoring the interest payment versus the principal. I actually just showed a client, because I give every one of my clients an MBS highway presentation, and it shows the amortization throughout the years. And when I sent it to him and we were looking it over, we both almost like threw up when he saw how much principal he was paying over, or how much interest he was paying over the principal. So that's important too. I mean, you know, if you bought it now and refinanced, you're going to get a kickstart and jump on that amortization and pay that house down a little bit faster as well. So,
and
you know, going into, yeah, no, go ahead.
and market was relatively active when rates were in 6.5s, but
Yeah.
once it reached 7, it puts the stopper on many buyers. And now even it goes back to 6.5, the aftertaste is still there. You know, they saw 7%, and now they're afraid to pull the trigger at 6.5. So, but I totally agree with you. It's a little bit of a delay, and if rates are gonna keep falling down or stay around 6.5, we're gonna see absolutely crazy winter and
Yeah.
spring, no doubt.
Yeah. So, I mean, you know, going into that, and, you know, we're with you right now. I know you're, you know, split 50-50 with buyers and listings. Right now, what are you doing with your listing clients, or what are you suggesting to make that home or that, you know, listing your home be the most appealing to buyers, so that maybe you set yourself apart from another realtor that, you know, comes in and just does, like, you know, what everyone else would do?
Well, I am more of a psychologist these days
Okay.
than I'm a realtor when I represent my
Yeah.
sellers. So basically, my goal, not goal, and again, it's a friend-to-friend conversation saying, don't
Yeah.
pay attention to what happened a year ago. Don't pay attention that your neighbor sold next door property to multiple offers year or year and a half ago. Those times are past. Maybe we're going to see them again, but right now this is the current situation on the market. And then I show them all comparable sales, and we're all at 30, 50 days on the market on average. So this is not them, this is not me, this is not their house, it's just how the market behaves. And if we are talking, and even on the less expensive properties, like townhomes around 260 to 70s, and homes at 700,000, they behave the same. Listings are pretty much the same. Limited amount of showings, days in the market, around 50 days in the market. So they need to be patient. They need to advise their realtors to continue, if they're working with somebody else, to continue pushing it, to continue marketing, and not to lose the momentum. There is no other way but reduce the price,
Yep.
or take the property off the market, come back in the winter. I mean, that's another tactic that one of my clients is doing right now. We tried to sell it for 2 months. It didn't happen. We are taking it until February. It goes back on the market in February. I
Okay.
mean,
Yeah.
they're not ready to lose money, reduce the price. Okay, so plan B, take it off, come back in spring or
Yeah.
winter.
Yeah. I mean, that's absolutely an option, because, like you said, things can be completely different. You obviously don't know. You don't have a crystal ball, but, you know, everything points to that. So, you know, that just shows kind of what commitment you have to your clients too, as well. So it's not like you're just trying to push them through to get them sold right now so you can get a paycheck. You're always looking out for what's best for them. So,
Yep.
what I know that you go on social media and you post the videos about restaurants and you highlight local restaurants that you go to. What's one of the one of your favorites that you've visited recently?
Well, we absolutely love Quang Vietnamese restaurant in
Yeah.
northeast Minneapolis. It's just my favorite, most authentic food, family friendly owned business. I mean, we just love that place.
Do you get what's your favorite thing to get? Do you get pho?
Pho.
Yeah, me too. That's like absolutely my favorite. I'm sad because I had it wasn't the best. It was decent. It was like a red pepper Chinese. It was right across on the street from me in Richfield, and they closed. But then there's also another one right on 66 and Penn. I forget. It's a little one that's like right next to like a little ice cream shop. That place is like absolutely super authentic pho, and it's delicious.
Pho and ice cream. I mean, what else do you need?
Yeah, for sure. All right. Well, if people are looking on social media, on LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, kind of where can they find you?
I'm on Facebook under Leo Merman,
Okay.
Instagram and YouTube.
Okay. What is your YouTube?
Leo Merman, the Realtor.
Okay. And then what's your Instagram handle?
Uh, at Leo Merman.
Okay. All right. Cool. Yeah, I'll put those links in the copy below. But I really enjoyed our conversation today, Leo. Thanks for joining me.
I'm here. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much.
Bye.
All right. Well, cool. Thank you. Yeah, that was awesome. So what I'll do is I'll copy that up, or not copy it up. I'll edit it all up. I'll send everything over to you. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'll put it into a Google Drive, and then I will just email you an email saying that everything's ready. You'll have the Google Drive link in the email, and then you can kind of just take a look at it and let me know. I'm going to post the long form on my YouTube channel, and then I'll probably post a little bit of me in my social media, and then you can post, yours in your social media or whatever you want to. A little bit of me, a little bit of you, whatever.
Thank you.
But yeah, what do you got planned for the rest of the day?
I have a meeting right now. Then I started to advertise a few of my listings, and because my sellers are willing to contribute something for the closing cost.
Yeah.
And I know that many first home buyers are qualified for NFHA, one of those 14,000 down payment assistance program.
Yep.
So I'm starting to advertise those listings for first home buyers that they can buy it with $2,000 out of their pocket or less.
Nice.
So the first I started like literally today, and this is, I don't know, her name is Mar. I don't know her last name, but we just exchanged communication, exchange messages on Facebook, and I don't know if you can see it.
Yeah.
I just recommended you
Nice.
as their lender. She's asking how can we proceed to check about the qualification. I'm currently working at blah 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 blah. So I gave her your name, and she's gonna call you. Hopefully.
Nice. I've gotten actually. You're only you and the DeRoche Realty Group I do it with, and not all the agents use like that 2% thing. But the ones that do are getting a ton of activity, a bunch of realtors reaching out to them, a bunch of conversations, things like that. So yeah, it's good. At the end of the day, if they use it, it's awesome. But I think it's just more eyeballs on your stuff too.
Yeah, it's. I mean, it's one of the ways. I mean, many buyers who want to buy and they don't have, they just live check to check and they don't have money. So
Yeah.
if they can utilize this $14,000, again, small town home, 3% down, that's all they need to buy it. And if seller gonna cover closing cost, here we go.
Yeah. Right. Well, I appreciate you, Leo. And then I will. I think I lost my Zillow stuff, so I took my $2,500 that I was spending, and I'm getting my own. I'm trying to get my own leads. I'm trying to find a good one. I've went through a couple of them already, but hopefully I can find a good lead engine that I'm going to be getting another, other way from my just organic stuff that I can start sending referrals and stuff like that right your way too. So, how is Kevin and Kevin Clark doing? Are they kind of a little bit
I,
slow?
it's funny that you mentioned. I showed them property 2 days ago.
Okay.
Occasionally, I mean, if I, they clearly told me, don't be like another realtor. Don't send us just MLS listings for us to pick up. If you see something interesting, let us know. And this is
Yeah.
exactly what I'm doing with
Yeah.
many other clients. And so I show them property that works perfect for them. Just amazing. Exactly what
Yeah.
they need. One level townhome in ideal condition, and their father can be in a separate room on the same level or separate whatever. I mean, it just great
Yeah.
view, right on like a farm, peaceful. They're not pulling the trigger,
Yeah.
and it happened basically on every showing. I mean, I showed them a bunch of homes.
Yeah.
They love them all, just absolutely love them, and they visualize their furniture there, and all this fun stuff. But like nothing happened.
I'll I have them on my
It's weird how they behave. Great people. I have
yeah.
amazing connection with them. They like me and I like them, and I don't understand.
I have because I typically have I think literally for 2.5 years I've been calling them and having a conversation with like every 3 months. I send them like gifts every quarter and everything like that, and I'm gonna reach. I'll probably just reach out to them and just say, hey, how's the search going, and kind of get a little bit of a try to reach underneath the hood and kind of
And
what's going
you
on.
know what? And it's the same story with them. Like we talked 15 minutes ago.
Rates,
I'm
yeah,
telling them, okay, here on this particular townhome, it's sitting on the market for 50 plus days. Nothing wrong with it, as you can see. It's absolutely perfect, and I can shave another 20,000 easy,
yeah,
just easy, pretty much guaranteed. So this is your opportunity to buy. Don't wait until spring or summer next or who knows
yeah,
when, especially when you're ready. I mean, you don't have any time frames. You can pull the trigger right away. And
yeah.
yes, they understand, they hear me, and just nothing happens. So,
All right, all right. Well, it'll happen. But yeah, all right, man. Well, I appreciate it.
yeah. Thank you. Thank you
All right,
so
have a good
much.
day. See ya.
It's fun. Bye.